Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is episode 7 of the Forming the Roman Empire series. Or, yeah, it is a series, I guess. It will be the 7th portion of the mega video at the end of the entire series of videos. In this video, I will warn you guys, there is not much that happens. I mean, I try to make up for it by, doing as much as I can, but in terms of territorial advancements, not much of that does occur, which is obviously unfortunate, but what can you do when you're just doing it as each episode is a block of, this is what happened after the last episode, and the next episode continues from the end of this one. There's not much you can do. What I will say is at some point soon there will be a gap where you'll have a video and then there'll be a little bit of time that will occur off camera and then you'll have the next video. Hopefully it won't be any time at all. I just need to complete an agency focus, which I've seen previous other YouTubers do, and they don't generally either talk about it or do it on camera. Because of YouTube's community guidelines. First off, you can't say it on YouTube because you will get your channel taken down, or at least YouTube will put a community guideline strike against your channel. So with that in mind, I'll be doing it off camera, just to keep YouTube happy and not get in any trouble on that sense. So I'll try to make it so I can do like a console command to do it pretty quickly off camera, but we'll see what happens. And also I'll give myself some breakthrough points so we can start working on some more special projects. Anyway, with that being said, let's focus on what is going on in the background. Now, after saying that, I've just realised I hadn't said the main intro bit yet, so I'm going to get that done 2 minutes into this video. If you do like this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications when you do subscribe so you never miss another upload. And now let's crack on to what's happening in the background, which is currently we're building a bunch of naval factories, or naval dockyards, in the background, which will allow us to expand our navy to, well, extreme lengths. Now that's going to be precedent for this video, which is going to be that the navy is a main focus of what we get up to, because it will be the main thing we focus on and the main thing we worry about. Now obviously we don't start that yet apparently, but later in this video we do get up to quite a bit of naval working, and I just want to say now, and I'll probably say it later again when we get to doing all the naval stuff, that I do certain groups task forces, which is 9 sort of surface ships and then 1 capital ship per every group that I form, and that's just the way I do it. If anyone's got a better suggestion of how you actually should do it, please drop that in the comments down below, but that's just the way I do it at the minute. So, if anyone has any suggestions, please do feel free to say them in the comments down below about how they do their navy and how Paradox says to do the navy, because I've never had a look at like, this is how you should do the navy, this is how you shouldn't do the navy. It's just over my many hours of playing this game, this is just the sort of thing I've developed of how I like to do it, so it's easier, it's manageable. And obviously I used to do it as like each set of 10 ships was separate admiral, but I have merged them into one now because it is just easier. It's a little bit better to manage rather than hiring 1,000 admirals and having only 10 ships for them to manage. Doesn't work too well. So now they're managing 100 ships each, which is a lot better, and also allows me to improve the navy at the same time. So that's what I do now. Obviously in the background you'll see me setting out those fleets, shall we say. And obviously we've got a base fleet here that I'll be basically sacrificing because it's just the Italian Task Force 1 or 2, whatever. So obviously they'll be used as just sacrificial ships that will be sent over to merge with other groups to film the other groups that actually have proper names. So that's the idea of that. And then you can see the Monarch focus that's completed here, which is obviously a major step in the process of getting towards doing the Roman Empire and all of that we are waiting so patiently to do, which would be quite nice to do actually. But yeah, also recently I've noticed on my channel that the videos before I started screen recording got hundreds of views. Obviously I can check the views because I can check them in channel analytics section of my channel. And you know, some of the videos before, which I was doing on the Ottoman Empire, were getting closing in on 200 views, and now I'm getting, I think, 60 or 70 views per video, maybe. You know, it's like a high one. So I just thought I'd share that fun fact. That please come back. Video quality is better now. Or at least I hope it is. I do look back at the videos when I'm recording them now and make sure that the video quality is fine and I'm happy with them. So please let me know in the comments down below if the video quality could be improved in any way. Let me know how it could be improved down in the comments down below. I will always take feedback, positive feedback, and, you know, constructive feedback. Don't just come out and say this is awful in other words that I will not be saying on the channel, because I do not swear on the channel and I do not say anything slightly towards negative on the channel. So that will not be allowed in the comments either. So please keep it respectful in the comments. Anyone who is not respectful will obviously be blocked from the comments and blocked from my channel and all of my other channels as well. So please do keep it respectful and keep a nice community in the comments. Thank you. Because I would love to build up a nice Hearts of Iron 4 / possibly Minecraft / possibly Dragon City / other games that I have community, like a nice community that just plays games in the comments. And at some point there is a high likelihood that we might create a Discord server where anyone interested can join and we can just chat about games. And possibly at some point there might be a thing where we have a joint gaming session, which I might make a longer video of, but obviously these are just suggestions and ideas for the time being. But obviously this Italian series is a sort of starting series to screen recording on my channel. I do have many ideas of things I want to do after this, but this is just me getting used to editing and screen recording, and then hopefully I should be good at it to a certain level by the end of the Italian Forming the Roman Empire series. And then I have many ideas of how I want to develop the channel further from that, and stuff like that. But for now we will keep this so I can learn and grow with how to do this sort of thing. Now, obviously a lot has happened in the background while I've been waffling on about stuff. We've done some special projects, some have completed, some have been put in. We've merged the Navy a bit, you know, things are moving around, we're doing things in the background, which is good. But the main thing that I think everyone would love to see is us taking territory and actually forming Rome, which is just something I'd like to see as well. Now, just quickly, just to cover some time here, on Thursday I will be quite busy because obviously we all know Friday is Halloween, and if you don't, Friday is Halloween, because it's Friday 31st of October this Friday. So I will be busy on Thursday setting up for that in my house, so I will not be able to film on Thursday. However, that does not mean you're not going to get a video, because I am going to put myself through mental stress of filming 4 videos on Wednesday, because I guess I have lost any sort of this is a bad idea sense. And so I'll be filming 2 videos for this channel on Wednesday, and 1 video for my vlog channel, and 1 video for my cards and trains channel. So yeah, thought I'd let you know about that in advance. And also on Saturdays I'll be always filming 2 videos for this channel now, as long as we're doing the daily videos, because I will not be filming on Sundays at all, because I will always be busy and I just want to sort of have a day off just to focus on the place I volunteer at and just working over there, as I was Sunday that's just gone. I just want to be able to focus on that, get some work done there, and then get back and start fresh on the Monday with recording after having a day off working. But I say day off, it's more like day off volunteering / doing a lot of work. But I like doing that. I actually quite like working on things I enjoy, so I'll have it as a day off. To me, that's a brilliant day off. Anyway, enough speaking about things that aren't related to what is going on in the background of this video. Let us talk about things going on in the background of this video. For real this time. We've got aftermath of the Chilean earthquake going on in the background. That event has just popped up. We're still managing the Navy here, because obviously it's a kind of big Navy, so there's going to be a lot of managing stuff to do with it. Now obviously in the next episode you will see me go slowly through things like the Sardinian Navy group and the Sicilian Naval group, and I will be adding 1 to 2 more I've forgotten what they're called, fleets or naval task force group things to them, in order to add some more ships to them to bolster their ranks. So obviously you'll see me do that in the next video. We obviously didn't get around to doing that in today's video. Now, also in tomorrow's video, we should hopefully have completed a focus called Italy First, which I don't know if that's clicked yet or not clicked yet. I'm not fully aware. I don't believe I've clicked it yet, but I'm not sure. But that will effectively allow us to move down and start taking some territory like French territory or Swiss territory or British or Spanish territory, which will be fun. Now obviously at some point, there for the Pope, oh dear. At some point here in the background, I'm not fully sure when, I think possibly it's either happened or it is going to happen in a month, that you will see that Germany goes to war with Poland, which does not help me at all, because what happens then is the Allies form and France joins the Allies, and it goes, well, pear-shaped for me, because if I want to go to war with France, which I do, I then have to go to war with Britain, which is a pain, and then I have to go to war with potentially America, which I have no interest in doing. So it really is a matter of I need to strike now, or I will not be able to strike. So obviously it's a very challenging period right now, where I need to effectively get down to taking out France and Britain potentially as quickly as I can. Ideally, France needs to be gone by the end of 1940 at latest. So obviously that means we've got to start progress on going to war with them as of the next video, otherwise we will not have a shot at doing it. So obviously that'll be what we'll be working on in the next video, because that is what we have to do. And you'll see the balance of power here. I have obviously worked on the background and got it down to political neutrality between the two sides of the Crown Council and obviously the King. Now you'll see me in the background here, see if I can find anyone that might boost our monarchist support. Unfortunately not. I have to do it by decision, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, with that being said about the next video thing, we do need to get to working on going to war with France, and Britain ideally, because they are the two main nations where if America joins them, there is no help for me. Like, I will not be able to match that. I know I'm expanding my military, but even I know that I can't expand my military that quickly. So obviously need to get there quick. But the idea is to go to war with the French in the next episode, because that is what we need to do. That will most likely call the British in as well, which is good, because it gives us a chance to strike the British while they're not prepared for it, which is obviously a good step. Now the problem I have is that naval invasions take years to set up, and you have to have naval supremacy and all that as well. Which obviously I get the naval supremacy bit, but it's just a long time to set it up. So I might see if I can potentially find a way of whether I use console command or something like that to try and get it a bit quicker. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah. We have just got to wait here for a little bit until the next episode, until we can actually get to dealing with some of these nations like France, Britain, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, because we will be taking all of them, I do believe, because that's what Rome, I think, took in real life. The Roman Empire did. We also will have to go into the Soviet Union at some point, and quite possibly Bulgaria. We'll see how that goes. Hungary, also Romania potentially, because obviously Rome had parts of countries in real life, but I think in our save, because obviously how Hearts of Iron 4 works, we will most likely take the entirety of countries like Germany and incorporate them into our empire, whereas in real life, when the Roman Empire was around, it only had a bit of Germany. So obviously we will expand a little bit more than the historical borders, but at the end of the day, it's how Hearts of Iron 4 works, and I don't mind about obliging to taking more territory, because, you know, bigger empire. So, isn't a bad thing, that. And also when we go to war with Britain, we will, instead of just taking up the Scottish border, we will most likely take all of Scotland and anyone else who we can get. Including potentially places like Singapore and Bermuda and other places like that, which are foreign colonies, will become under Rome's banner. Because, you know, why not? At the end of the day, if you can, why not? But anyway. Now, we are just assigning some traits to different organizations here, military organizations, so that they can be more efficient and better at working on things. So that is what that is doing in the background. And you can see the lovely king who is in power. So obviously having the king in power is a massive step. We obviously still have to fully empower the king, or do the empower the king focus, which requires 50% monarchist support, which is a pain, to be fair, because we're at like 35, so obviously we're not too far off. I think we're about 15 off, but the problem is it's just so difficult to get it now. Which obviously isn't great, but what can you do? We just gotta wait around and get it. So that's fun, but we will eventually get there at some point, and then we will do that, and then we'll be able to push down and get the Pope, hopefully. So that's a hoping, but we shall see. Obviously, when we do go to get the Pope, we will have to do the national balance of power. To actually put the Pope into power, you need to be about 80% on the national balance of power on the side of the Pope, and then he ascends to the throne. And obviously, for what we're trying to do, that is very important to get. So that is what we shall try and aim for. Also, we will have to do the Pope and then his secret focus tree before we go and form Rome. Because if we form Rome then do the Pope's secret focus tree, it changes us from the Roman Empire to the Papal States, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? You just got to do it in the right order. So if anyone's doing this at home and you've already unlocked the Pope, go down the Pope's secret focus tree first, complete that, and then move on to the Roman focus tree and all that. That way you won't accidentally unform Rome to form the Papal States. So just tip for you guys out there, if you are currently doing this at the same time as I am. And there's a lot of things apparently going on in the background. That's fun. Anyway, we are hopefully here going to be doing something of interest, hopefully soon, maybe, I don't know. I think we do the Italy first focus here in a second. Yeah, I do believe we do, yes, there you go. Right, I just wanted to say now, that I don't know what I wanted to say, it fell out of my brain. That's fun. Can we stop dealing with Ethiopia anytime soon? No. Off camera I might deal with Ethiopia just because it's actually pushing me over the edge now. From being just annoying to actually starting to get on my nerves. So I'll probably deal with that off camera, and hopefully by tomorrow's video it should all be dealt with and there shouldn't be a need to do anything more besides forming Italian East Africa. So I'll fix that off camera and I'll get that done. But for anyone who is playing the game and doing it, you just got to keep building compliance in Ethiopia, and then once you get to 60% compliance, you can take a state every 80 days or something like that, or even longer to be fair, and then you can take it in. But each time you do one, you have to then wait for compliance to go back up in the rest of them, and then continue for the rest of them. So it takes a long time. Ideally, you would have Ethiopia just straight up surrender and go into peace conference, where you just take it all. Or if you've got console commands, what you can do is do a console command called decisions.nochecks, which allows you to click the form Italian East Africa focus, decision, once you've already done the focus, and that will allow you to form it no matter what the situation is looking like in Ethiopia. But I would advise controlling all Ethiopian states, otherwise it could be quite interesting. And by controlling I mean Ethiopia's surrendered but not gone to a peace conference, and you haven't got too far on the sort of pacifying it focus, but that's just a thing you can do if you have the console commands on. So that is that. Now we're just going to try and build some tanks in the background, which there's a lot of things I want to work on, of like getting better for the next video, so it's not just like, we could work on this, but it's not going to be that exciting. I want to sort of push it so it's like, we're going to work on that and it's going to be exciting. Because even I'm starting to go, what is going on with these videos? Like, what actually is interesting, and like, what's the bit of retention? Like, what is going on besides just repetitiveness? So I'm going to fix that off camera at some point, and then hopefully by tomorrow's video or Thursday's video it should be a bit better, or maybe even Friday's video at the latest. It should be a little bit better and a little bit more interesting again. So that is the hope. And also I want to improve these thumbnails because they're just a little bit lackluster. And to be fair, I'd like them to be a bit better. I mean, I'd really like a nice Roman flag on the front, or something to do with Rome on the front. But we shall see. It'll probably be towards the end of the series of videos that we form Rome, and then I get a nice picture from one of the videos, and then I take a couple of nice thumbnail clips and eventually put them on each episode and put some nice titling. So we'll have a look at doing that at some point. But for now, we are slowly closing in. We've only got 30 seconds left of this video. So I wanted to say thank you all so much for watching this video. So if it was quite repetitive and boring, I will fix that for the next episode. And I shall see you all in the next episode. So please do like, subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see, and comment any suggestions. And I shall see you all in the next video. Bye for now. I'm going to delay it for a couple of seconds. Bye for now.